Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a relatively short layout share. I did 3 more pages besides the ones I'm going to show you, but I did them without photos, and I'm going to do a separate video where I finish those and then I'll consider those done, and they'll be in my next layout share. So I will start with this one. This one was done for Wednesday's off the board with pineapple papers, and it's a monthly hop where a group of us finds our Pinterest pins that we've been collecting and chooses one to bring to life. So I had found this one a while back that had all these kind of die-cut squares, and then they'd been watercolored kind of loosely and liquidy, sort of. So I pulled out my die cuts that I could watercolor, and I had these 4, and I used them for photos of Patrice at Avery Island, the Tabasco plant. And because this one was smaller than the others, it left some room for a title and this journaling. And I love this page. It's, for those of you who haven't heard me say this, I tried to hurry up and scrap most, if not all, of the photos that I took on this visit, which was last week. Last weekend, I guess. And I'm going to print them. I've photographed them, and I'm going to print them in either 6x6 or 8x8 and make a hand-bound book for her for a Christmas gift. So this is one Patrice page. Then I did another, this one for as a last-minute entry into this month's challenge. Not that there's a prize or anything, but at Craft Plus challenges. And the challenge this month was a mood board that had these colors of red, orange, yellow, and blue. And so I kind of saw those colors in this photo and decided, hey, I think I can do that. And in my Scrap Backwards kit, I had these fussy cuts from a gorgeous graphic 45 paper. And then I had, this is the reverse of that same paper. And then I had these other scraps. So another page for Patrice's book. And here's yet another. This week for, and this month, for the Mixed Media Mayhem hop, where not just the team, but folks from everywhere can join in. And the layout that was picked to scrap lift was this one, which I did about a year and a couple of months ago. And I had completely forgotten how I did it, or you know, what I can kind of see what the products are. I recognize them as various embellishments from different Mind the Scrap kits and some little bitty embellishments around. So I wanted to do something different, so I picked, number 1, a fall palette. And in the current Mind the Scrap kit is this beautiful mix of 49 and Market, these leaves and these leaves and some of the butterflies. And the chipboard stuff is from Simple Vintage Lakeside. And I absolutely love how those collections work together. They were both designed by Katie Pertite, who is an absolute genius. I used a stencil that came in the Mind the Scrap kit, and I've got some Dottie About Flair bits running around. I love these photo wraps. I actually sized my photos so they would fit in this wrap. So another Patrice page. And looky here, we have another Patrice page. So there are lots of those, and they're all completely different. This one was a sample page for this sketch for Scrap-A-Sketch. It was the sketch that came out on the 30th, and I chose it because I hate triangles, and I wanted to challenge myself, and Lisa couldn't believe that I chose it. So this is what I made of it. Again, from my Mind the Scrap kit, I've got this orange title, which kind of picks up the orange flowers in that floral. I love the Bramble Fox birthday perspectives there, and I just kind of had this chipboard daisy from Vicki Boutin kind of floating around there. Used a few flare on here, and Bramble Fox perspectives here, 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 and here, and here, and here, and here. So, and I just absolutely love that photo. And this one is not a Patrice page, it's a Katie page. And we have had Katie on the mind, on the brain lately, because she's in New York on a business trip, on her first business trip. And this I kind of moved, and so my twine is not behaving itself like it was when I took the first photo. All these things slide out, and I have my journaling right here. And then this kind of keeps it from going too far in under there, but I'm okay with the twine being like that. Again, simple vintage Lakeside and 49 in Market. These rub-ons and these flowers and most of the pieces, including these two tags, are from Art Options Alina. And the background paper is from Spectrum Sherbet. And it's a photo of me holding Katie, and it says, "Embrace Life." It was also for day one of Load. We were to tell an origin story, and this is the origin of my being called Grandma. That was day one of Grandmaism. And this was well into my Grandmaism. This was Scrap Squad Sunday. This is the original lift. Just lots and lots of paper layers done by Kiri Baldwin, and it's just gorgeous. And a little bit of kind of dotty mixed media behind. I used the same stencil that I used on the other page, the mixed media page, just lightly picking up some of the dotty stuff and some of the arrows there. And lots of scraps from my Scrap Backwards kit for a picture of Katie, Allie, and Barrett just days or so after we had moved in and moved from Houston, where we lived for 30 some odd years, to Georgia so we could be close to them. And I added this flare and the bee and the ladybug after filming the video where I made this, because I just can't do a page with those three on it without putting their spirit animals there. But the title is "This Is Why." It's just, I love that page. This one is the one this one I actually did today for the Load Day 2 prompt. And the Load Day 2 prompt was to tell a story about shopping and to use a dozen of one things. It was all based on You Better Shop Around, the first hit that the Motown Music Factory ever made. And in that, there's a line in that song that says, "Pretty girls are a dime a dozen." So we were to use a dozen of something. So since this is a transformation story of Ava coming out of her shyness and her hoodies and sweatpants and shopping for a dress for homecoming and choosing this one in this gorgeous teal color that I matched my supplies to. It's such a transformation that I used a dozen butterflies. So I've got butterflies on stamps and butterflies inside the hexagons and all kinds of other butterflies there. And this is also a mix of, on the back, I believe, is Simple Vintage Lakeside, this framing part. And then this is Art Options Elena. It's the B side of that paper. The other side is absolutely gorgeous, and I do have another sheet of it, so that's why I was using. And all of this came in the Mind the Scrap September kit, except the little film strip, which came in my Spectrum Sherbet collection, and this little camera, which is a Kaisercraft camera that had just exactly the right colors. So that's all in my layout share for this week. Like I said, I have 3 others that I'll be finishing, and they'll be in next week's layout share. And load has started, so I will be doing at least 1 layout a day. Sometimes it might be digital and I won't do a video. Sometimes it might be physical and I won't do a video. But if I can combine it with other challenges, like in that case, this is a scrap lift of this beautiful page by Yvette Weber. And this is the birthday scrap lift over at Scrap Squad, celebrating Keely Brennan's birthday. So Keely's one of the team members who chooses all the gorgeous scrap lifts there and then does amazing versions of them. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for my layout share. And who knows what day it'll be. Bye.